Hey y'all, so I'm making another cooking video. The last one I did was earlier today, and I made my homemade guacamole from scratch. Oh, he's so cute. And it's those little sweet text messages that you randomly get. Anyways, I made some homemade guacamole from scratch because I really was craving guacamole, and I had some shrimp. I got some, it didn't come in this, I just defrosted some of them in here, but I got a big bag of shrimp. They were on sale. So I defrosted some of these earlier today in the refrigerator in this container. Anyways, so I wanted to make some shrimp burrito type things, like a shrimp taco, but it's like with a tortilla wrap instead. Kind of healthy. You know, well, it is healthy. It's not bad because it's all fresh stuff. It's literally just gonna be, you know, some shrimp. I got some mushrooms that I want to saute. I'm debating if I want to use some onion. Probably not, because the guacamole that I made earlier has lots of onions and garlic and avocados and all that in it. So I don't want to have it, and it already tastes oniony, so I don't want to add too much. So I think I'm gonna saute some mushrooms first, because you know a lot of liquid comes out of mushrooms when you're sauteing them. So I'm going to saute these first. While these are cooking, I will be peeling and deveining those. So I already got some of extra virgin olive oil in my pan, so I'm going to start that and then just put these, not too much, because you know it's just me. Coco's asleep right now. So I'm just gonna, you know, put a few, you know, these break down. So although this mushroom is this big, by the time it's done cooking, it'd probably be that size, because there's a lot of liquid in these. So, you know, about this much. You know, not too much, not too little. That's about right there. Okay, anyways, so that's good right there. Keep this to the side. I'm not gonna season them too much. I'm just gonna put a little bit of pepper and I don't really want to add a lot of salt, so I'm just gonna add some complete, because it's got, you know, a whole bunch of different stuff in it, including a little bit of salt right there. So just to give us a little flavor. A little bit, a little sprinkle, not too much. I'll show you. That's about it right there. Let that cook down or whatever. Okay, I'm gonna put these mushrooms in here. I'm also gonna get out my guacamole. Now this is my homemade guac right here. It's so good, it's so fresh. Oh, it smells so much like garlic and onion. Oh, and avocado. I made a lot of it, so this will last me a while. Anywho, so we're gonna let this cook down a few minutes. In the meantime, between time, I'm gonna be breaking up all my shrimp. You know, just peeling it, taking the skin off, all that good stuff, and put it on the paper towel right here. Because you don't want to cook wet shrimp. You don't want to add liquid. You know what I'm saying? So dry it out a little bit. See, it's still dripping a little bit because they were frozen. And I defrosted them, so doing it this way. Turn that down a little bit. We don't need that to be so high. So yeah, I kind of like these series, you know, of me recording when I'm cooking. I love it. I've been getting a lot of people asking me. Yeah, my brother called me earlier. Adam, my brother called me earlier, telling me he can't wait to come up here to my new apartment in Boston so I can cook for him. That's one thing my family, they know. When they want to eat, they know, come to my house, because I'm going to feed you, okay? Let me stir these mushrooms up a little bit. Get the olive oil all over, incorporated and whatnot. I only use about a teaspoon of olive oil because mushrooms got their own liquid content, so you don't really need a lot. And these are already cooking down pretty good. I'll show you. They're cooking down pretty good. Alright, let me put that down a little bit because I still got a few shrimp here to go. I've been craving this. And this is just something so simple and so easy, you know, like just a little taco. But, you know, I don't want to add any cheese or any rice or anything, so it's not really like a burrito or a taco. It's more like shrimp with some sauteed mushrooms, guacamole, and a tortilla wrapped up with a little razzle dazzle, and that's it. That's what I want. Something easy, something simple. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm on a D word, the diet word, no. But I am watching how I eat, and I'm making healthier decisions in my food. So that's why I'm, you know, eating healthy. All right. So I got my shrimp all, you know, nice and peeled. I'm gonna take another paper towel right here, and I'm just gonna pat them a little bit. You see all that water that comes off of them? You want to get as much water off of them as you can, so they're nice and dry. Beautiful. All right. See how these mushrooms are coming along? And there's really not a lot of liquid in these mushrooms, because I didn't want to cook them together because I didn't want it to turn into like a soup or anything, you know. But there's really not a lot of liquid. And since these mushrooms are almost done, I'm gonna just throw my shrimp in there now. And get those going. Crank this heat so it can give it like a little bit of a sear. Alright, let that get going. Put you down right there right quick. And now, this is what I'm going to be eating it with. I got these whole wheat tortillas. These are pretty good. They are. I'm gonna try the seasoning on here. See if I need to add anything. Because you don't want it to be too bland. And it's bland as hell. Alright. So because it's shrimp, I'm gonna add a little bit of Old Bay because they're waking up. Don't mind her. Shh. Just a little bit of Old Bay in there. A little sprinkle. Not too much. Hold on, I'll be right back. My big crybaby. Come on, come remind me. My bad. So now I'm just gonna mix this up some. Ooh, yeah, now it smells a lot better. It smells like Old Bay. Let that cook for a few minutes. Now I would kind of heat these up, but I don't like that soggy texture that they get when you do heat them up, so I'm not gonna do all of that. I'm probably gonna eat 2 of them because this is my dinner, even though it's 9:42 at night, honey. So, plus it ain't too bad. It's not unhealthy like that, so I'm gonna eat 2 of them. Okay, let this cook up. Mix it up another minute. Smells good. So, yeah, this is gonna be bomb with my homemade guac. Now, if you guys didn't see that video previously of my homemade guacamole, go watch that. But if you don't get time to be watching that video, this is a half of a tomato, 2 avocados, about a handful of onions. I used frozen onions because I like my guacamole to be very, very, very cold. So I had some frozen. When I buy onions, I'll buy like a big, huge ass onion, and I'll chop it up, you know, dice it, and I'll freeze it because I don't use onion too much. You know what I'm saying? So I will dice it all up or however, and I will put it in a Ziploc bag. I'll actually show you. I do it with peppers too. I do it with bell peppers too. I'll buy a whole bunch of bell peppers because they're on sale right now, honey, for some reason. They real cheap. So I bought about 10 big green bell peppers today, and I washed them all up real good, cut them all up thin, you know, the strips, and I bag them up and I freeze them, and they last me forever. So whenever I'm cooking, whenever it is, I take a little handful and throw some peppers in there. I do the same thing with onions, you know, because they will sit around and grow onions on them and grow long stalks, and I don't got time for that. It's gross. So I do this. So yeah, so I got a little bit of frozen onion, probably like a handful frozen onion in there, half of that green bell pepper and a half of a red bell pepper. I have a half of a tomato. You can probably see some of the ingredients in there. I got a half of a tomato in there. I put a whole lemon, including that meat stuff, you know, the pulp inside the lemon. A whole one of those. This is coming together and looking really good now. Got some color. Smells really good. Let that cook for another minute. So, a whole lemon, including all the pulp in the lemon. About 2.5 tablespoons of mayonnaise, not Miracle Whip, honey, mayonnaise. My seasonings, I use some cilantro cubes and some salt and pepper and some parsley flakes. Very simple. But I also use almost a full head of garlic. I used about 2/3 of a head of garlic, and I smashed it all up, put it in there, and I cooked it. I made it over there in my NutriBullet. I blended it all up in there, and this is what it came out, and it was so good. So good. And so healthy. It's just fresh, whole ingredients, and this will last a long time. And I'm so much of a guacamole fan that when I don't have all these ingredients and I don't feel like doing all of that, I'll buy that homemade all the store-made guacamole, and I pay like, what, $6 for some little container of it. When I got this big, huge, how many cups is this? This is 2.5 cups right here, because the 2-cup line is about right here. So this is about 2.5 cups, so maybe even 3, because it's almost to the full line now of guacamole. And I know what's in there. I made it myself, and this will last me until I'm done with this little guacamole phase I'm going through. So this is about done. All right, so this is gonna be easy. My next few steps. All right. So you see how this is all nice and seasoned up. Turn my stove off. I'm gonna get my plate. Get one of these fancy ones. Well, I open both cabinets. I'm gonna put one right there. All right, I'm gonna put you down. And I'm gonna get my wooden spoon. Okay. I'll grab a few shrimps. Put it right here in the middle. See if you can see that. Put it right here in the middle. Make sure I grab. See these mushrooms cooked down to barely don't even look like there's mushrooms in here. It just looks like shrimp. Damn fucking mushroom. All right. So, like that. And then I'm gonna take my guacamole. Ooh, that looks so good and creamy. And I'm gonna put that right there on top of that. And one more, cause that's what I like. Okay. Okay. You know what? I do got some lettuce. Let me pull on some lettuce. I forgot I had some lettuce in there. All right. Some little pieces of lettuce. Not too much, cause. All right. Now, take it from this way. Fold it in. To the side. Grab it a little bit, fold it. You see it? Roll it this way a little bit. Ooh, I got guacamole in my finger. Damn, that's some good guac. Roll it. Bam. Got you a little burrito. Okay. Don't need this big knife and unnecessary, but we're gonna use it. Ooh, and because it already actually heated it up, the cooked shrimp and mushroom heated it up, so it didn't really need me to warm it up. And there you go. There's your homemade shrimp burrito. Ooh, that looks good. See, you got your little shrimp in there, got your mushrooms, the guacamole all over everything. Got the little lettuce. Ooh, yeah. And it's healthy. And I don't feel guilty about eating it at 9:49 at night. And you see how quick it took me to make this? Okay, girl. Ready? We're gonna take a bite. We're gonna try this. That's bomb. Okay. I don't care what nobody said. I could have ordered this, you know what I'm saying, from restaurants, a Mexican restaurant, whatever. They ain't nothing like cooking what you like best yourself, okay? Because you can add your own little twang to it. You can, it's a train. That's what happens when you live in Boston. You can add your own little thing to it. You can leave out some stuff on it, and it comes out exactly how you want it. Look at how beautiful that is. And it's so healthy. And I was right for not putting onions, because this guacamole, you can taste all that onion I put in there. One more bite. Yes, Lord. That is a bomb-ass burrito. Good job. I hope you guys tried this recipe. I'm very proud of it. There's going to be so much more to come, because I actually love doing these videos and showing y'all what I do. Because if you know me, you know Mama cooks, okay? Every single day, all day long. That's what I do. So I hope you guys stay tuned, and you'll see the next video coming. Be blessed.